Go Channel 10.
Forcing me to run.
That's right, you got it.
He can't stop now. He's on camera, right? This year's race was limited to 7,000 runners. No word on Jim's time today, so we are going to have to check back in with him, but we're going to cut him some slack due to all that heat.
This 10 News Pinpoint Weather Report is sponsored by Anderson Plumbing, Heating and Air. Nobody wows clients like we do.
Meteorologist Leah Pezzetti joining us. I give him a lot of props.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't want to walk to my car in this heat.
I can't even run a mile.
Yeah.
And I go on walks, and I ended up going on a walk today right by Balboa and just accidentally stumbled upon the route. So as I'm walking, all these people are running, and I thought, well, it's fine. Go you. Go all of you.
Good for them.
Yeah, I was cheering on those runners because, wow, I could never. But yeah, it was definitely a muggy day for running outside. We have monsoon moisture bringing increasing humidity across the county. So even if you didn't see rain today, you probably felt the increase in moisture in the air. You can see a couple live looks from our Coronado camera tour downtown, and also from Alpine. We have those clouds in the sky. Let's take a look at our satellite and radar. This is a loop of the last 18 hours. So you can see early this morning, Oceanside up north, they got a little bit of rain and some nice lightning as well. We have some awesome visuals of that. Same thing right now. It's looking like we have a little bit moving over our mountains toward Mount Laguna up north as well. So let's take a closer look at that right along our northern border. Looks like we have some lightning activity currently. Same thing down south, a little bit of light rain moving through Mount Laguna right now. This is that monsoon moisture moving in from the south. It's looking like it's going to dissipate in the next few hours as thunderstorms do like afternoon hours because of the heat. You just saw down right there, we have that green right there. That is a flash flood watch that is in place right now. This is for our San Diego County mountains because of those thunderstorms. Now, if you get hit by a cell and if you have that brief period of heavy rain, you have that increased risk for a flash flood. So definitely something to be aware of. If you are in our San Diego County mountains and you do see a nice cell, then you have that increased risk for a flash flood. So heading into tomorrow, temperatures not too bad, but like I said, that increased moisture just going to make it feel nice and muggy. In our deserts, we're talking triple digits, 107, 108, 80s and 90s for our mountains, 80s and 90s for our inland valleys as well, 70s along our coast. So much of the same as what we saw today for our temperatures and monsoon moisture. It's the big story. So heading into this evening, I could see a couple more pop up over in our mountains and our deserts. And then heading into tomorrow, chances are going to decrease. They don't go away completely, but they will decrease. Slimmer chances of afternoon thunderstorm activity for our mountains and our deserts for tomorrow. And next 7 days, they're going to be back. So we'll get a slight break and then monsoon moisture returns. So 70s for the next 7 days along our coastal communities. For our inland communities, we're talking 80s for the next 7 days, upper 80s, a little bit of a cool down by the end of the week, actually back down into the 70s. Mountains, this is where we have our highest chance of thunderstorm activity. It looks to return Wednesday, Thursday into Friday, dissipating on Saturday. Same thing for our deserts. Little bit of a break Tuesday, Wednesday, and then that thunderstorm activity returns midweek, end of the week. So we are not done yet. We are in peak monsoon season right now.
Well, we know we need I hate to state the obvious, but we need some rain.
Yeah, but with monsoons, we have those thunderstorms and the lightning can be potentially dangerous. So that's the concern we always watch.
Watch that. All right. Thanks, Leah.
This 10 News Pinpoint Weather Report is sponsored by Anderson Plumbing, Heating and Air. Nobody wows clients like we do.
And meteorologist Leah Pezzetti and I have discovered we would like to keep a goat or two.
Yes.
So cute.
Absolutely.
Love that story.
Those signs, you know, thank you firefighters. Yeah. We needed to say thank you firefighters and thank you goats.
And the goats, they have a job too.
Yes, thank you goats for your service and what you are doing for us because, hey, we need it. We are in fire season and conditions are dry and they're going to be warming up through the next few days. Live look outside from our Chula Vista sky camera right now. You see clear blue skies on the horizon. We've seen those passing clouds through the past few days thanks to that monsoon moisture, but the end is here as far as that is concerned. Temperatures right now on the map, we see some 60s and 70s for our coastal communities, mostly 80s for our inland communities, lower triple digits in our desert communities. However, these temperatures are trending warmer than they were at this time yesterday. Really for our inland communities, we see up on average maybe 4 degrees for our inland communities, our valleys, but check that out over in the deserts, up 18 degrees in Borrego Springs from where we were at this time yesterday. And that's going to be the story for the next few days is those increasing temperatures. temperatures because this monsoon flow is going to be dissipating. So we see some lingering showers through this afternoon over our mountain communities, but that's going to fall apart in the next few hours, and we're just about done with that. We're going to be drying out. No risk for monsoon moisture for the next week or so. Heading into tomorrow, temperatures, like I said, going to see a little bit of a climb for our areas east of the coast. So along the coast, we're going to see mostly 70s as we push inland. That's where temperatures are going to start to warm on up. We're going to see mostly upper 80s, some 90s on the map. Look at that. Warner Springs, Ramona, Alpine, El Cajon looking at 90 degrees. Fallbrook, Escondido, Poway getting dangerously close to that 90-degree mark, and temperatures continuing to rise in our desert communities. For the next 7 days for our coastal communities, we're going to see much of the same, mostly upper 70s into the lower 80s. That morning marine layer definitely going to be coming and going, so we could see some gloomy mornings, but sunshine should appear by the end of the day. For our inland communities, we're talking upper 80s, some lower 90s. Temperatures are going to peak at the beginning of this upcoming work week, then a little bit of a cool down into the end of the work week. For our mountain communities, same thing, upper 80s into those lower 90s, peaking at the beginning of the upcoming work week. And for our desert communities, we're going to see a nice warming. We see, look at that, 114 expected Tuesday and Wednesday. So get ready for some sunshine. It's going to feel a lot more like summer.
Sure does look dry. All right.
Current temperatures right now mostly in the 60s for San Diego County. Ramona did just cool down to 59 degrees. 80s and 90s still hanging on in our deserts. Right now we are trending just a few degrees cooler than where we were at this time yesterday for most of San Diego County. It was definitely cool and mild today, and that's going to stick around into tomorrow. Highs for tomorrow pretty similar to what we felt today. That does mean mostly 70s for our coastal areas. La Jolla looking to hold off at 69 degrees, 70s and some low 80s for our inland valleys. Ramona, Poway, Alpine, Campo do look to make it through that 80-degree mark, but it's going to be another nice day tomorrow. 70s and 80s for our mountains, right around that century mark for our desert communities. We are going to see our winds picking up into tomorrow afternoon, evening hours. This is showing 5:30 in the evening. We see gusty winds in our mountains and our deserts, could see gusts up to 25, 30 miles per hour. Then we're also going to see those winds continuing into the next couple of days. However, it's going to shift. It's going to be more of a Santa Ana event. So as we know, with Santa Ana winds, they're drier. They're coming more from our east. And so that's going to be that increased risk for fire, especially because as those winds pick up, we're going to see our temperatures picking up as well. So temperatures will be on the rise heading into this week. Like I said, tomorrow's going to be nice, 70s for our coastal communities, lower 70s. Then we do warm back up, looking like Wednesday's our warmest day of the week, which coincidentally also is our first day of fall. And then we're going to see temperatures cool down a tiny bit by the end of the work week. So for our inland valleys, look at that warm up back to the lower 90s as we head into midweek. For our mountains, a similar trend, 70s into the 80s. For our midweek deserts, same thing. We're going to be warming on up through the next couple of days. So definitely get out and enjoy these cooler temperatures when you can.
I've been loving it. All right. Thanks, Leah.